All right, we're joined by our final player of the day, Coyotes center Barrett Hayton. Start with Patrick this time. Go ahead, Patrick.
Test. There we go. Good morning, Barrett.
Gotcha.
First of all, congrats on your contract.
Thank you.
Your thoughts on getting that behind you and being able to get to work on the rink.
Yeah, definitely very excited about that. Great to get that done. And great to be here. Great to get everything rolling. Excited for this camp and really leading up for this season. Perfect.
There we go. Last year was a good season for you. What are you looking to do to build off of that? What types of things have you been focused on, and how do you build on the season that you put together last year?
Yeah. Last year I think I took a big step, especially in that last half of the season. Getting healthy was such a big thing for me, and taking that time, obviously having the first half to learn and develop on that, and then having that break, getting healthy, and running into that last stretch. So this summer I really focused on some things that I felt in those last 30 games that I was able to have success with, and wanted to build on those, and then also some areas that I felt were places I could improve and would make a big difference. So I think really it's just taking another step this year, continuing to develop, and really pushing it.
To your point, last year you took some time to learn. What did you learn? What were those things that you learned as you kind of went through the season last year?
Yeah, I think so much of it is the pace of play, pushing it. That's how you create offense. I think that was a big thing. In the first half, I've always taken so much pride in my defensive game, that 200-foot game, and I think it was something where I really wanted to push the offensive side of my game in the last stretch, and a big part of that's a pace. Teams are so good once they get in structure, and holes close so fast that really when you're able to jump and go north and create those odd man situations, uncomfortable situations, that's when you can generate offense. Thanks.
Great, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Barrett, first off, I was noticing this out there. You look trimmer. Can you maybe address what you did this offseason? Was that a goal?
Yeah. I think something throughout whatever past 3 years, you try different things. Obviously, weight and all that. Like, feel good at different weights, especially for myself. I'm someone where I'm able to kind of manage that and find those zones, and just working through that with our strength coaches, my trainer in the summers, even really last year, playing around with it a bit. I was able to kind of find the pocket where I'm fast, I can be efficient. I think that's a big thing, carrying that speed, quickness, having that top end speed, and also having the muscle endurance. So as you said, I'm a little lighter this year, and I feel unbelievable.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are you noticing it specifically? You mentioned a couple things there, but how are you noticing how it's impacting you?
Yeah, no, it's a big difference. I mean, out there, I speak on that efficiency. It's that, and then also just having explosiveness and being able to get to spots, the quickness out of those spots, being able to, even the word I use is just feel more athletic on the ice, be on top of the ice more. It's made a big difference. So I think it's something where finding that, and then also having my maximum amount of energy and being able to hold that at a high level for a long time. So I'm really happy with where I'm at right now.
What was this process like, waiting for a new contract, going through negotiations? What was it like for you?
Yeah, I think obviously it ended up being a long process, and obviously my first time going through it, so you never really know what to expect. But honestly, from the start of the whole process, for myself, it was just preparing for the season, preparing for camp, and I knew all that would take care of itself. I wasn't too worried about it. I think both sides worked hard, and was really happy to get that done.
Did you just rely on Pat? Were you active in those negotiations, or did you just rely on Pat to basically handle it all?
Yeah, I think obviously there's tons of communication with everyone, Pat, everyone on my side, and then obviously that's their job. They do what they do, and I was focused on my training, getting ready, and building on last season. So obviously tons of communication. You go back and forth and stuff, but yeah, Pat and those guys took care of it.
Was it hard waiting till the last? This was literally on the camp.
Yeah, like I said, we always had a lot of faith it would get done, and I'd been down here for a bit prior to signing and stuff, and like I said, I was preparing as usual. I wasn't too worried. I think both sides knew we were going to get something done. Obviously, it came down to the wire, but it was great to get it done yesterday, and yeah, really exciting.
Thanks, Barrett.
Thank you.
Hey, Barrett. Congrats on the new deal. What impact has coach on your game, and was there anything specific that you wanted you to work on this summer to kind of get your game to the next level this year?
Yeah, I think coming in, working with Andre, knowing him in the past from that World Junior experience, and I just thought it was great working with him and being able to talk to him personally and figure out parts of my game, where I want to develop my game to, identity, all that stuff, and it be on a level where you can say anything. And yeah, it was awesome working with him, and even just little things throughout the summer, doing video stuff, watching other players, and also the body stuff. We spoke about that a ton throughout the last year or whatever, trying to find that perfect window for myself and tailor that into the player I want to be and develop into. So he's been awesome. Thanks.
Is there, oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I definitely have a lot of goals. I think some of them kind of keep to yourself and keep those in the back of your mind and strive to that. Definitely overall goals. So I want to take another step. I feel I was able to have an impact on this team in the latter part of last year, and that's always what I strive for. So I really want to take a big step there, have an impact in all aspects of the game, and yeah, really help this team.
You were also here for a lot of the Phil Kessel area. Any takeaways from him? Any stories, or you feel like you can help plug that hole that he left?
Yeah, Phil was unreal. I mean, myself growing up in Canada, about an hour and a half from Toronto, Phil was in that spotlight when I was growing up. Watched him a ton, and very fortunate to be able to play with him and just be around him. I mean, it's pretty cool meeting a guy like that, getting to know him, playing with him, spending time with him away from the rink, and just getting to know him as a person. He's an unreal guy who was great to me. So yeah, I was definitely fortunate to be around him.
Lena, go ahead.
Hey, good morning. Lena Washington, 12 News. I'm curious how this time of year feels for you. Do you have butterflies? Do you just want to get out there? Are you kind of surprised that the season's here? What is it like for you?
I'm just excited. Yeah, every time at this part of the summer, you just want to get back on the ice, get back out there with the guys and compete. I mean, summer, obviously, it's great to work on things and develop and all that, but we all love playing, so it's exciting that it's right around the corner and have camp and be around all these guys every day and get back into the